EastEnders spoilers. Violent showdown as, absolutely furious, Johnny Carter returns and brutally attacks Dean Wicks. EastEnders Johnny Carter will become determined to take revenge on Dean Wicks after returning to Walford. What will his return mean for Linda? Charlie Suff has taken over the role of Linda's son Johnny, who will head back to the square in upcoming scenes. Johnny is initially horrified by the state of Linda, following her alcohol addiction relapse. He quizzes the family to find out why she's got so bad, and Elaine explains that Dean is back. Furious, Johnny rushes to confront Dean and is spotted by Ben, who follows him into Beale's Eels. Ben has to drag Johnny away from Dean, and they meet with Callum for a drink afterwards. At closing time, Johnny punches Dean and warns him to leave Linda alone. Johnny is determined to stop Linda from drinking by not letting her out of his sight, but she struggles to cope with this. After secretly drinking, Linda makes a show of herself by dropping Gina's birthday cake in front of everyone in the Vic. Johnny, who is already cross after finding out that Gina briefly dated Dean, lashes out at her for laughing. Ben and Callum grow concerned by Johnny's angry behavior throughout the week, and Ben wants to help. He promises Johnny that he'll help get rid of Dean, but assures a worried Callum it'll all be legal and above board. Johnny decides to launch a civil case against Dean, until Callum tells him that Linda was recorded, confirming Dean didn't rape her. On the back of this, Johnny teams up with Gina in order to retrieve the recording from Dean and wipe it. A skeptical Dean agrees to go out with Gina, but ends up rumbling their plan. When Linda realizes what's going on, she forces herself to go into the cafe to speak to Johnny, even though she's horrified about the idea of being near Keanu's body. During an argument between Dean and Johnny, a glass gets smashed, and Linda cuts her hand. Things quickly get out of hand when Linda goes ballistic and shocks everyone with her reaction. Johnny is unnerved by her reaction and becomes determined to discover what is really going on with her. Charlie, who plays Johnny, said, "Johnny is back in Walford because he has caught wind from his gran that things aren't going too well for Linda. There's a lot of worry about his mum, and the family needs Johnny back home to steer the ship and get things back. He is absolutely devastated by the state of Linda. It's too much of a shock for him to understand the implications of the state Linda is in immediately. Johnny spends his initial time in the square really trying to grapple with what is going on."
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của OK Spoilers. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở video tiếp theo.